Hey guys, welcome back. We are going to do a core blast workout today. I like to name things. This one is called the flip-flop dozen. So the idea is that we are constantly flip-flopping your body side to side, front to back, sorry. And yeah, we're gonna tap into a whole lot of this, all right? So, you're going to need a mat or a nice clear space to work from. If you have small weights or small balls, that would be great. If you don't, you can use cans of soup. Grab 2 of those. If you have some sort of a medium squishy ball, we can add that in. It's just a way to modify or amp it up a little bit. If you have one, great. If you don't need it. And then if you have one sort of heavier weight, or you could use a water bottle, you know, something that's just got a bit more weight in it. We're only using it for one of the exercises. And then have another water bottle that you can actually drink out of. And that's it. You could have your shoes off for this. I still have mine on, so I'm just gonna leave it on. And we're gonna do 60 seconds per exercise. I'm gonna go through it once with you, and then you guys can repeat it a couple more times and make sure you stretch after. Maybe you add this on after you've just gone for a walk or some cardio or something, or if you just want a half hour of some core blast, then this is what you got. You live in your body, right? So I know I say it all the time, but I'm not with you. So think about how you're feeling today and move within how you're feeling. Don't judge yourself for how you're feeling. We have good days and bad days, and days where movement is hard and days where movement feels a bit easier. So just go through it and flow through it. And we're gonna wake up some of our Xbox here. So think of your cross lateral lines, everything. If this is strong, you can do anything out here, okay? So let's build up this core, build up your foundation, and take breaks when you need to. And let's do it. We got 12 exercises to go through, flip flop. Okay, so we're gonna start with a plank hold. So let's wake everything up, right? That's one great way to wake it up, as you get into a plank position and everything starts going, crap, what are we doing? So you're gonna get into it. Hands are under the shoulders, tuck those toes under, legs can be together, legs can be a bit wider. You can be down on the forearms, all right? You can be up here. You can be on the knees, feet to the seat, to pull and open so that you're not sway back, you're up and away, okay? Belly to the spine, just keep breathing. Push the ground away from you. Back is strong, chest is strong. My head is moving around a bit just to make sure I'm still in the shot, but I want you to look straight down. So it's not a dropped head, but kind of just straight in front of you a little bit. Keep breathing through it. Keep pulling belly to spine, strong chest, strong back. Push back through the heels, grow through the crown of the head. You have 10 more seconds, guys. Keep breathing. Modify when you need to. Take a big breath in, and then you're gonna drop the knees wide, toes together, and just push back. Just release everything. Just breathe there. Hopefully that got you a little bit warm and the heart rate up a little bit. Everything working together. You're gonna scoop that belly and roll it up. So now we're gonna flip-flop it. So now you're coming on to your seat and those legs are in front of you. I want you to try and glue your legs together. So this is where the ball could come in, and you could squeeze the ball between the knees. The ball could be behind lower back so that you have something to pull the belly into, plus it protects low back. So there's a couple of options you could do with it. I'm gonna stick mine in here for now. I like that engagement into the center line. And then I'm gonna add either my soup cans, my balls, my weights, whatever you've got. And at any point you can drop them. You don't have to have any weight. So I'm gonna start without. I'm gonna sit up nice and tall. I'm digging my heels in. toes to the nose. I'm gonna reach forward. I'm gonna squeeze the ball in my knees, and I'm gonna scoop low belly. So I'm rolling back through my pelvic wheel onto my sacrum. And then I'm gonna restack it up. And I'm gonna scoop and roll and restack. I'm gonna start to add on here. So I'm gonna scoop and roll, and my one arm is gonna open like a W fly. I'm gonna sweep back and sit it up. Again, scoop, other side is gonna open, sweep to center, and up. I'm gonna add my weights. I'm gonna scoop. I'm gonna fly it open. Back to center, restack my bones, squeeze my ball, dig the heels in, open, center, and up. And again, open. That's it, keep going through it, guys. You can also switch it up here. You can go into a W fly, open it, and then scoop. Just make sure when you get here, you stay carved into it and you don't pop those ribs up. 10 seconds. Keep breathing. That's it, guys. Keep going. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go. Nice work. So you can see how you can add and subtract to that. Okay, I'm gonna take this out, so flip-flop, we're back into our prone position. So, again, there's a bunch of different ways you can modify this. We're going into a spider climb. So you're back into that plank position. You're gonna step it back, hands under the shoulders, and I'm gonna drive my knee towards my elbow, and I'm gonna look towards it, step it back. Drive, step, drive, step. Exhale. That's it, I'm getting into the lateral side of the body, into those obliques. That's it. You can also be here. You could also be here. Go to where it feels good and controlled. Breathe, breathe. Keep pulling belly to spine. Breathe. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Push back. Take a breath. Heart rate should go up a little bit on that one. Scooping the belly and restacking the bones back up. All right. Flip it over. We're back supine, face up. We are gonna stay, we're gonna go onto our back in this one. So you don't need a weight or anything for this. It could be an add-on. So I'll leave one there just so you can see it. So you're gonna come onto your back. You're gonna walk the feet out a little bit. Okay, so they're a little bit wider than your hips. I'm gonna walk my feet back towards my bum a bit too. My palms are up. I'm gonna take a deep breath in. I'm gonna exhale, rib to hip connection, carving up through my sternum, head and neck, all right? And I'm gonna reach for the pinky toe and glide it back. I'm gonna keep going to the same side. This other hand is gonna support my head. I'm not cranking it, I'm just lying it in there. So I'm gonna reach and pull, reach and pull. So I'm driving the pinky towards the pinky toe, pulling it back, and pull. Imagine like you're between 2 panes of glass. So I'm not crossing the body, that's coming later. And I'm just gliding and back, gliding and back. I'm shortening, that's it. Think muffin top. You want a big muffin top at the bottom of that little side crunch. That's it. 3, 2, 1. Switch the hand, other side. Reach and pull, reach and pull. Glide. Inhale, exhale. Use that exhale breath here where it serves you. You might find you need it more to pull back. Maybe you need it more to pull down towards that pinky. Reach, pull. Reach and pull. Shorten, lengthen. That's it. 4 and pull. 3, 2, 1. Let it come down. Take a breath. Bring those knees in. You can do a little rock side to side. Release one leg and pull yourself up. Shift your bum back. All right. I didn't end up adding this. My point to that was you could add that in the arm that's gliding side to side. Not necessary, but again, if you're wanting to amp it up, that's how you can do it. Okay, so now we're gonna flip it back over again, and we're gonna go into mountain climber twist. So we did this in one of the other earlier workouts. So you're gonna be here, finding your plank position, and it's in, twist that hip under. In, twist, and drive the knee over. In, in. Keep it going. You could be here. It's a little harder because your angle or range of motion isn't as big. You could take it up onto an elevated surface or a stool, okay? Anything on a step. Anything that helps you out. It can get quite wristy. Keep breathing. One more each side. Knees down. Push back again. Breathe into it. Scoop the belly and roll it back up. All right, we're flipping it back over again. So now we're gonna go into dead bug. So you don't need weights for this, but if you have weights, or like I said, cans of soup or something, that would be ideal. But you can always modify by taking the weights out of the equation anyways. And you can modify by putting the head down. So you're in this position, on the back, one leg, other leg, arms up. Hopefully you can see me there. I'm gonna hook up and into it. So my head and neck are up. To modify, put that down, right? So opposite arm and leg are reaching. Exhale, pull. Reach, pull. Reach and pull. The legs that are reaching towards the ceiling still have energy reaching up and pull. I'm trying to stay hooked up and into it. If it's too necky, you bring that head down. You take those weights out, okay? Keep breathing. Breathe, pull, breathe, pull. 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Just breathe. Your heart rate should be going up. No burpees required. Take a breath. Roll yourself up, turn to the side. Again, whatever works for your body. Okay. From there, we're gonna flip it over. Now we're down into Superman, Superwoman, whatever you want to call it. So, in this position, I want you to reach the legs behind you. Try and keep them together. You could take them out to the side. It will open up your pelvic bowl a little bit more, so maybe you get a little bit more lift. But what I want you to think of is you're pulling your belly up into your spine. You're not pushing the belly into the mat to lift yourself up. So I'd rather you not get as high and do it properly. So you're gonna lengthen the arms forward and then pull those shoulders back down into the pocket. You're going to take a breath, and in this position, play with it. Start to lift the upper body and lower it. I don't want to look forward. I want to keep looking down. And I'm going to add the legs. Maybe you go upper body, legs, and legs. I have to start to bend my elbow because of my shoulder injury. So you modify, maybe you're here. Maybe you're here. Maybe you move through it. Maybe you're here and it's low body. Up, up, lift, lift. Back extensors, back line, moving, working. Breathe through it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Curl the toes. Push up. Scoop the belly. And press it back. Carve the belly to the spine. And restack those bones. That one always puts my heart rate through the roof. That's a very hard one for me to articulate through that shoulder. So I kind of play with it. Playing with it also helps kill the time. And, but the different ranges that you can do, as long as you're lifting your belly up to your spine, you're still working your back extensors and all your little muscles, all the little guys, right? All the little multifidi muscles, everything's working. So play with it, play with what works in your body. Okay, so now we're flipping it back over and we're going into low bike crossover. So we're gonna hold it to one side and then hold it to the other side. So you're gonna be here. I'm gonna put my left arm down, my right arm to my head. I'm gonna scoop and lift my legs, all right? I'm going to lengthen my leg out and I'm gonna flex my feet because I want that back sling line turned on. I'm gonna cross. Again, I'm not pulling all the way over. I wanna think of my opposite rib touching my opposite hip. So it might not even look like that much, okay? So I'm, right? So I'm gonna bicycle, switch the leg. Keep breathing. Keep going. You could put the head down, take a breather, bring it back up. But just support your head with that hand, but don't pull the head and neck. And 3, and 2, and 1. Bring it down, take a breath. Switch the hands. That's it. Lengthen the leg. It's a low hover. Hook up and into it. Find the crossover and switch. Rib to hip. Rib to hip. Breathe. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Hug those knees into you. And roll it up or roll it over. I like sticking to one side on that. I like really thinking about the rib to hip connection. Once I find that, then you can kind of cross it over a little bit more because this is where it's initiating from rather than the arm to the knee. It's initiating here and then you can kind of get a little deeper into it. Okay, so where are we going now? We're almost there, guys. We're on 9, okay? So we still got 4 more to do and then this round's done. So we're gonna go into a 4-point hover. So here we are, prone position again. Grab some water at any time. Okay. So we're gonna go into a 4-point position. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. My toes are curled under here. All right, so it's kind of a modified bear crawl. We're not gonna be moving forward and back in that way. We're gonna add kind of a body saw to it. So in this position, take a breath, chest is strong, back is strong, hover the knees. So I'm not here, I'm low. Like you can slide a piece of paper underneath there. I'm gonna be right here. I'm pulling my belly to my spine. I'm thinking of length from my tail out the crown of my head. If this is feeling okay, I'm gonna push forward and back. Push forward through the toes, shoulders come a little over those wrists, press back, forward and back. It's way harder than it looks. Slide and back, breathe and press. Breathe through it, pull the belly to the spine. That's it, you guys, keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Holy cow. Breathe into that, guys. That one also shoots my heart rate through the roof. You could on that one too. I know in any of the prone positions it can get quite risky. You could be up on little blocks. You could, like if you had larger weights or balls, you could go into fists, play with it, okay? That one would be hard to do from the forearm, but you could take it to the edge of like a, maybe not this one, it's a bit high, but a lower stool so that you're shifting forward and back so you can get a straighter wrist, right? It's when we crank the wrist in this position. You could play with the position of your hands as well, but that's a good one. That's a gooder. All right, we're gonna go flip it back over again. So we're gonna go into serve it up. So it's similar to the second exercise we did with the roll back and the opener, okay? But this time you're keeping that arm close to you. The elbow is driving back and you're looking to that elbow. So it's not coming open, it's driving back. So you get a bit of tricep and it's driving up and forward. You could use a ball or weights for this or cans of soup. Again, whatever you've got. I'm gonna go here. So I'm gonna dig my heels in, glue my legs together. This is where you could add that ball again. You could put the ball underneath the low back. I'm gonna put it here again because that's where I like it. I'm gonna sit up tall. I've got my weights ready. You could do it without the weights. I'm gonna scoop the belly, drive one arm, other arm's up, sit it up. And I'm gonna drive and sit and drive and sit. So at any time, I can put those weights down. If this is feeling good, I'm gonna add opposite leg to that elbow that's driving back. You could play with the angle that you're holding your weights. Palms in, palms up, palms down. That's it. Breathe and up. Scoop and up. So rolling back onto the sacrum, drive it. Keep looking back and up. Breathe and up. 4 and 3 and 2. Last one. It's up and let it go. Nicely done. Okay, so you can add a ball or here, add the weights, get rid of the weights, with or without leg extension. Either flex it, point it, kind of just whatever feels good in your body. Okay, Now we're into our last two exercises. So you're in this position. So we're back to our last prone exercise. So we're starting in a plank position. You're gonna pike your tail into a down dog, and then you're gonna stay there, do down dog push-ups, back into your plank, and we're gonna flow it. I really like this one. Be mindful that when you're in that pike position, if you're not liking the push-up there, take it out, all right? Maybe you stay in a plank, all right? So here we go. You're gonna be here. Take the feet a little wide on this. There's your plank. I'm gonna drive my tail up into my down dog. I'm gonna take a breath there, and I'm gonna drop and press. Drop, press, drop, press, shift back into my plank. Take a breath, pike my tail. Shift, and pike, and push, 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 plank, pike, push up. You can play with the angle of your elbows where it makes it feel okay. Plank, pike, keep going, drop and press, drop, press, drop, press. Last one, plank, pike, again, 3, drop, push, drop, push, drop, push, plank, knees, toes, carve the belly back. Breathe into that shell stretch. And then scoop and roll it back up. Nicely done, guys. You're almost done. The flip-flop dozen. Last one. We're going into hip lifts. Okay, so you're on your back. You are gonna want, this is where you'd want like the bigger weight. So whether it's a bigger weight, couple smaller weights, maybe it's a water bottle. It's kind of nice to have one thing that's a bit heavier so that you can kind of hold on to it a little bit. And again, it's just an add-on option. You don't have to use this. All right. This is also where you could add this again in the knees if you've got a ball. Otherwise, you do it without. So I'm going to add that in there. I'm onto my back, and then I'll wait and add this in a second. So I'm here. If you're not going to add a weight on the hips, your back line of your arms are on, okay? They're engaged. I'm going to push into the tripod of my foot. I'm going to squeeze that ball, and I'm going to lift my hips all the way up, turning on the back line. Take a breath, and I'm going to lower it down. And then I'm going to squeeze and lift. This time I'm going to choose to release but hover and then lift. So everything stays on. And lift. This is where I'm going to add this. I've now increased the weight. I'm going to hold on to it though so it doesn't roll down to my face. And I'm going to lift and hover. Squeeze. I'm pushing out of the heels. So I'm almost lifting my toes to my nose. And you can add on here again. So you can lift and extend and drop. Extend and drop and lower and lift. Extend and drop. Extend and drop. Lower and lift. So you could keep going with those leg extensions. You can keep using that extra weight. 5 and push. 4 and whoa. 3. 2 more. Last one up. Hold it there, guys. If you have a weight, take it away. Take a big breath in at the top. This time to come down, I want you to articulate down through your spine like you're letting each vertebra go. So from the top, from your sternum, start to melt and roll. Roll, roll the spine down, melt it down. Oh, it feels good when you get to the bottom. If you've got that ball, take it out. Hug those knees into the chest. This is where you can do a little roll side to side. Holding it here. Bring those feet down, maybe they're about hip width apart. Just start to let them rock side to side. So this is where you would start to go through your second and third set. So I take a little breather. You can maybe run some stairs, just have some water, and then run through it again, okay? And then I want to make sure that you do some stretching at the end. Spend some time just letting go. Great job, you guys. Just breathe through it. So that could give you a nice little flip-flop 30-minute burner. You could go into a little bit of side body release, side to side. Hold it. I'm just giving you some ideas. And back to center. You can roll it up. You could be seated and get into some side bend. Scoop the belly and roll it forward. Other side up. And scoop and roll it forward. You could hit cat-cow. You could do all kinds of yumminess. Up into some up dog. Open up all the abs. All right. Take your time with your stretch. Enjoy it. It's kind of like your reward for getting through your flip-flop, but you should feel that. It's gonna like tighten everything, okay, from 360 degrees. We didn't get into a lot of like the side, like plank work. That'll come in another one, but you did get a lot of cross lateral going on. So hopefully you feel it, hopefully it feels good, and hopefully it supports your spine so that you can do whatever you want out here. Woo! All right, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and stay safe out there, be kind, and spread love, everybody. Peace out.